Individualistic, African, youthful, ingenious and funky. These are some of the words that have been thrown around when best describing Channel O's new campaign. Advertising agency Ogilvy were given the task of coming up with a new identity for the DSTV station. One that would not only showcase the musical talent on the African continent, but would also represent the viewers who consume and live the brand, young, gifted and black. Creative director for the campaign, Jonathan Berg, says this came at the right time.
I think that one of the challenges that they've been having in the last couple of years is that new people are coming in, new channels are coming in, and what they wanted to do was really assert their place as the channel that supports Africa and African talent. So what we needed to do was to create a campaign that really showed people that Channel O is a grand supporter of all things African and African youth and African talent. And one of our creatives, Mbulelo, came along with this fantastic song, which is To Be Young, Gifted and Black. What's wonderful about the song is that it's an incredibly positive message which talks about belief in yourself and about being all that you can be. I think that the context of the song is that, you know, it was written, funny enough, 40 years ago by Nina Simone as a tribute to a friend of hers who created a play called To Be Young, Gifted and Black, and it became a civil rights anthem at the time, in the 60s. And what we wanted to do is take that message and revive it for Africa.
To be young, gifted and black. Oh, what a lovely, precious dream.
Berg says that the team was faced with the challenge of making this more than just a music video. In addition to the song, which features the creme de la creme of the African music industry, the team is creating a line of t-shirts that not only complements the message of being African, but also celebrates individuality.
When you create a movement, one of the first things you do is you create a t-shirt. If you're Greenpeace or if you're Salvation Army or if you're, you know, Kasati, you create a t-shirt so that people can say, this is what I believe in, this is what I'm all about. So we created a fantastic range done by all the young designers at Ogilvy of wonderful t-shirts which all talk about young gifted and this, young gifted and that, young gifted and sexy, young gifted and natural, young gifted and African.
Yeah, I think to your point, the point of this thing is also that it's a movement, a campaign that people can own themselves. We didn't want it to be something that we're pushing out to people. It needs to be a message that people can own themselves. So these t-shirts, while they start with what we've said, young, gifted and black, young, gifted and sexy, part of the competition and the online applications that people can describe themselves with this message. If I believe that I'm young, gifted and nice, then I'm able to do that. And I think the point of that is that it's something that we are giving to people for them to take, own and get out there themselves. It's not something we're pushing to people, it's something that people are going to own and get out there.
My joy today is that we can be proud to say.
The team hopes to expand its reach into more parts of Africa so that come the annual Channel O Music Awards later this year, the Young, Gifted and Black movement will have enough momentum to sustain itself.
The good and bad thing is that everything we're doing on this campaign is unconventional. We didn't go out and say we're doing a normal above-the-line campaign with a 30-second radio and the outdoor and print. The point was that we needed to do something that resonates, but also that reaches people, the audience, where they interact. So, as opposed to being on national radio, for example, we're on Mixer, we're on Facebook, we're on, we're building an application for online. And for me, those are things that I've never done before. So it's been challenging because it's a great learning curve, but also there's a massive team working behind this thing, and lots of producers, lots of production houses. There's actually like 10 different production houses, 15, 20 creatives, a fantastic client. But again, dealing with, trying to put something together that's for Africa has been very challenging because you're just really managing lots of different people.
But despite the different social issues and infrastructure problems that many face on the continent, Berg says that this factor was noted and considered prior to rolling out the campaign.
The reality is that Channel O has a site called aboma.net, which has got 180,000 registered users across Africa, and we felt that given the budget that we had, leveraging that would be the first port of call. It means we're immediately reaching Channel O advocates, brand ambassadors right there. The second thing is that Online, yes, it is quite limited in terms of its reach to the very bottom end of the market and the young market. But I do think that we're also active on Facebook. We have a mobile application. We're doing this campaign lives in many different areas. We're doing campus activations, and of course all of the activity which is on Channel O and the Channel O events. We're trying to make it as inclusive as possible, and we've chosen our media type specifically to reach as many people as we can. So I think that it's all been quite carefully considered, and I think that you're right in saying that there's online is not. It's not our primary medium, it's one of many,
It's been absolutely amazing to be part of something like this, something that we believe is bigger than advertising, something that's really going to touch people's lives, something that's really going to influence people positively. Has been incredible for me. I'm at a loss for words to describe how passionate I am for this campaign, but it's been absolutely amazing.
This is the only account where we presented work to our client and he cried. Tears of joy. Understand? I think it's been an emotional roller coaster. It has been very draining, very complicated, incredibly rewarding, incredibly exciting. We're phenomenally proud of this campaign, and it's been an experience that is just pretty untouchable, as a career experience.
Find out more about the Young, Gifted and Black campaign on Channel O, DSTV, Channel 320.